Euphoria Season 1 Episode 3. We're back with Episode 3. Made You Look is the title of this one. Like the Nas song, Bravehearts. They're shooting. I made you look. You're a slave to a page in my rhyme book. That one. Anyway, this one's called Made You Look. This is season... Did I say Episode 2 or Episode 3? This is Season 1 Episode 3. If I said Episode 2 wrong. But yeah, we're back with this. Yeah, so... Anyway, what happened last time on Episode 2? Episode 2 was called Stunting Like My Daddy, and it was all about Nate, really. We saw a little bit of Nate's like moving a bit mad and like how overprotective he is over Maddie and such, and like how far he would go to like keep her like to be in the basically in her good graces or something like that. This guy was like moving like any guy that moved to Maddie, basically, whether it be like a child predator or if it was just like a normal guy that was like interested in Maddie. Maddie is somewhat at fault at that. Like, she would spin a story that's saying she was like under the influence, or she was like she had a blackout or something, which would steer Nate in that person's direction, and he would end up like stalking that one dude that had a thing with Maddie at the pool party. Like, he followed the guy home and such, and then he ended up like beating this dude up to a bloody pulp. Like, he was just not like Nate's a different kind of I don't know if it's jealousy that makes him do it or obsession. Like, he's obsessed with Maddie. It's Maddie, right? Yeah, it's Maddie. Yeah, so he kind of he just likes he's that obsessed with Maddie that he would do anything for her, like just to be with her. Like, he doesn't take rejection well, in a way. But so then again, I don't know. Well, the same can't really be said for Maddie. Maddie is more of a manipulator than anything. But yeah, I'll just have to wait and see what happens with the story of Maddie and Nate. But it's a crazy one from what I've seen in the last episode. And then we met some dude named Ethan. Like, I didn't really get much backstory of that guy, but he became friends with what's the other girl's name? Let me see. I'm forgetting half these characters' names. That's why I always take their names down when I first start watching something. He made friends with Kat, I think. Yeah, Ethan made friends with Kat. He like introduced himself. They were in the same class or something. Haven't seen dude since. But it seems like they're gonna like hit it off and such. Like, he's the only one that doesn't know about what Kat did. Like, there was a video that was leaked, and she did everything in her power to like get it deleted. I don't know if he doesn't know or not, but we didn't really see much of Ethan. He just introduced himself as Ethan. They were in the same class together, and that was that. Meanwhile, Rue ran out of drugs again, and she went to go pay Fez a visit. She was like, "Yo, I need a quick." I don't even know the lingo for to get like the hookup and such, but she said like, "Yo, I just need a quick hookup and such, and then I'll be on my way." And Fez was like, "You cannot be here right now. You got to go. You cannot be here. You got to dip." And Rue wasn't having it. Rue wasn't listening. She was just like all about I think she wasn't paying any attention. I think my laptop ain't plugged in. Now it is. Anyway, yeah, she wasn't listening. She like Fez was like he had a meeting with somebody named Mouse, and this dude Mouse pulled up, and because Rue wasn't listening, he had to like pretend I was like his little sister and such. He does see Rue kind of like a sister because he does really look out for her and such. But she was not meant to be there. And then this dude Mouse was moving a bit mad. He was like, yo, I got the new hookup. I got like this drug and this drug. And then he mentioned fentanyl in there. And then he's like, yo, this is the one right here. And he was messing around a bit with Rue, and Fez wasn't feeling it. Like, under his own roof, like, Mouse was just disrespecting him. But I think Fez really needed the drug so he can make his money and such. So he Mouse kind of like moved towards like Rue, saying like, yo, you wanna try some of this? You wanna try some of this fentanyl? She eventually gave in. She kind of got peer pressured by Mouse into it, and then yeah, it ended up like messing her up. She was like really tripping out and such, and Mouse was like, you owe me this and this much money. Rue obviously didn't have the money, so it had to come out of Fez's pocket. I'm not sure if Fez is gonna be happy with Rue about what happened with her and Mouse, but yeah, he eventually end up paying for it, and like he called Jules up to come pick Rue up, and yeah, Rue ended up crashing at Jules's place again. Meanwhile, Jules is texting some dude named Shy Guy. Like, we know she's been moving to Nate's father, and I think she's like on Tinder or something or whatever, and she met this dude named Shy Guy, and she started texting him and such, and it turns out that this dude Shy Guy ended up like at the end of the credits being Nate, which is weird now because now she's seeing both Nate and his daddy. And yeah, just gonna have to wait and see what happens in episode 3. Made You Look. Use a slave to a page in my rhyme book. I just my head just goes there every time I hear that, like, made you look. But anyway, yeah, we're here with Euphoria season 1 episode 3. Let's get into this.
When Kat was 11 years old, she went on a family vacation to Sandals, Jamaica.
So we're probably getting a Kat backstory now by the sounds of it.
The only thing that was like actually amazing was Daniel. And the kind of boy that would meet her outside of school every morning just to make sure he could hold her hand as they walked down the hall. During her 8-day stay on that stupid island, Kat drank 72 virgin pina coladas. When she returned, she weighed in at a whopping... Get up! Despite being 5'2", which was tall for her age.
Wearing 2 sweatshirts? No.
At least Daniel didn't make a big deal out of it.
What happened to Daniel? What happened to cool Daniel? Oh, okay, that's what happened to
It
Daniel.
wasn't even in Daniel's handwriting.
Wait, but in his defense, it wasn't even him. So she just ignored Daniel without questioning him why?
The summer before high school, she started writing fan fiction. By the year's end, she had become one of the most prolific smut writers on Tumblr. The First Night. A 7,000-word fic that was largely credited with starting the Larry style.
Wait, that's what smut is? I always heard about the word, but I never knew what it was. Like, is that what it is? Writing about, like, fan fictions and such? If that makes sense, fan fiction is like, wait.
Harry's body from behind. Harry can sense the...
Okay, so that's what that is. That makes sense.
What are you doing? To calm... As Harry
Oh,
takes
no.
Louis into his mouth with surprising...
Nah. Let's not do that. Yo, Euphoria, a different kind of show. Very different. It's kind of interesting seeing the world through people's eyes in this show. Like, with Nate, it was like a whole jealousy, overprotective type thing. And in this one, it's all about how Kat sees the world.
And then that video came out, and they did see what she looked like.
That's when she flipped the switch.
Hey, I'm Rue. I'm an addict,
Hi, Rue.
and I've been clean for 60 days.
Where have you been?
Sorry, my phone died.
Bullshit, you're doing drugs.
If you want to drug test me, just drug test me.
I'm not trying to become best friends with someone who's gonna fucking kill himself.
I mean, in Rue's defense, it wasn't really her fault. Mouse made her do what she did and the way she ended up. Yes, she did come over to Fez's for some drugs, but she never really took any until Mouse showed up. Clean pee?
You're not gonna like it.
Clean urine, of course. That's like Rue's thing. She did that with her homegirl, what's her face, Lexi.
So, I decided to stay clean. And I have been. For a while. 2 months ago, I woke up from a coma. And at that moment, I decided to at least try and change. Because I owe it to them. And maybe that'll get easier. Thank you.
Why do I feel like I'm a part of these meetings? There they are. Oh my goodness, if only they knew who each other was. Question is Nate falling for Jules? They're like right opposite each other. I really like this shot as well, the way it looks. Getting two different perspectives of what's going on while they're texting each other. Not knowing that the other is the other. Oh wait, Nate is starting to suspect something.
For real, like he's so sweet.
What school did you go to?
If only she knew,
St.
poor
Mary's.
girl.
Ew.
Who keeps texting you?
Window.
Well, do you want me to respond? He's texted you like 15 times.
No, just call him later.
Don't front, it's a big dick.
You know what? It may be, but we can't really tell because it's just fucking floating in space. So, there's no way to compare scale, you know? There are 2 different types of dick pics.
They really like showing these images, don't they?
Wow. Okay, so his penis is the size of an Evian bottle.
Spend the weekend with him. Like the whole weekend? Yeah, like Friday and Saturday night.
Wait, is your mom gonna let you go?
It doesn't matter, I'll just...
Do any of you guys know how Bitcoin works?
No.
It's a worldwide cryptocurrency and digital payment system.
I literally have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, there's
What's little homie's name? Fez's little homie. His little brother or whatever. Rue is low-key jealous. She got that look on her face.
You've been clean for like 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Bro! I'm so proud of you.
Rue's falling for Jules, isn't she? Oh,
Fuck me.
temptations.
I gotta go, but I love you.
Okay.
And I'll see you later.
Spend some time with you, make my day.
I understand it's not an easy thing to beat. Like from what I saw from what they showed in Breaking Bad, like it took Jesse Pinkman forever to get off of drugs. Like once he got like addicted to it, like in Rue's case, she's been doing it almost all her life, and she was clean for like 14 days and she started getting withdrawal syndromes, if that makes sense.
At that moment, I decided to at least try and change. Because I owe it to them.
And he knows it.
That'll get easier. I hope it will.
How'd you survive that OD? It just got me thinking about what that does to a 13-year-old. A 13-year-old kid, he finds their big sister overdosed.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it hard for them to get close to people, you know, relationships.
Facts.
Makes it hard for them to fall in love. Just like you're gonna have to make peace with the fact that you could be responsible for some shit like that and then get up in front of a whole group of people who are struggling with the same issues.
And lie to them. I knew he knew.
Let me know when you want to stop trying to kill yourself. You need some pancakes.
I like him already. He knows when someone's lying. Because he's been through it, so he knows all the ins and outs and he knows what's up, basically. Oh, Lord.
King Queen? You want to see something?
Sure.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Why?
Well, what are you laughing at? That you'd never fuck me. That I'm a pathetic...
Oh my god, oh my
He
god.
gets off on that.
Come on, tell me you never fuck me.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
$100 in Bitcoin was transferred to her.
This show is different. I will just say that. It's so different. Like, with, I'm gonna be disturbed by the end of the season. Like when this show is finally over with. Oh, I know who that is.
Like the craziest party I've ever been
That's
to.
Scar.
I'm still your girl, holding on too tight.
Fear the Walking Dead. That's why I know that dude from that was like schooling her. The guy from the Narcotics Anonymous classes.
You look different.
I changed.
Tyler wants to meet.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
In like person?
Uh-oh.
That's cool. Jules, you don't think that maybe you should like meet him at the carnival? Like in public?
Exactly.
I mean,
Okay.
out of everyone in the world, I wanted to tell you. So I thought you'd be happy.
And if something happens to you, then you'll be like, oh my goodness, Rue was right. I kind of agree with Rue here. Like, do it in public. Like, meet in public. Because if something happens to you, that's on you. And then Rue's gonna feel guilty for not being able to, like, stop you from doing it.
You have to understand that I just want you to be safe, okay? I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
You're a mess, you know that? So are you.
She made her move.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I should go.
Not today, Rue. Sorry.
Come on, man, don't be a dick.
Nah, I'm serious. Just go home.
Don't, Bez, don't close the fuck. Bez, open the fucking door, please. I'm begging you, just open the door. You fucking ruined my life. The least you could do is open the goddamn door.
Now you ruined your own life.
Hey, is this Ali?
Well, that was Euphoria Season 1, Episode 3. Made You Look. Well, yeah, I thought we were gonna get a bit of Kat's backstory. Like, on the previous episode, we got, like, a whole story of, like, how Nate was moving and such. And then on this one, we didn't really get to see that much of Kat, really. Well, kind of. We kind of did see what Kat's about and what, like, the lengths that she would go to. But now she's discovered an easier way for her to make, like, money from her Bitcoin and such. We found out that she was like a star writer of smut. I only just found out in this episode what smut is. I never knew what it was until today. So yeah, she was a star writer of that, and then like she started. She's kind of found her way of making easy money now. If that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of all I really got from Kat. But yeah, the way Rue felt about Jules is what I was gonna say. Like the way, like she was like telling Jules like not to meet up with Shy Guy, like meet him in public or something, like just to make sure that she's safe and such. Like the way she was worrying about Jules is the same way that Rue's mother and sister, and Jules included, worries about her, because even Lexi, I think Lexi, well, I don't know. Well, Lexi does care, but we haven't seen Lexi in forever now. They care the same way about Rue. They care about her well-being, and Rue doesn't see that. Rue just keeps taking drugs and such to just feel that little bit of edge. But it's a hard habit to kick, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like everybody has like their addictions in life, and like to get rid of that addiction, it's not easy. It's like you get withdrawal syndrome from it. You like, once you start doing it, you can't stop doing it. You gotta like get out of that pattern of doing it, if that makes sense. So it's gonna be a pretty hard journey for Rue to like get out of it. Like hopefully this dude Ali can help her. The guy from Fear the Walking Dead. That's the only place I remember. I was trying to think where I remembered him from, but yeah. So hopefully Ali can help Rue get out of this addiction situation and move on from the drug life. Although there's gonna be multiple tests in life for her. Like hopefully he can keep her clean and all that. He seems like a good dude, and like he's been through it. Like once you've been through a certain situation, you know the ins and outs and such. Once you've experienced certain things, it comes like heartbreak and such, like relationships and drugs, alcohol, you know, you name it. Once you've like been through certain things and you see other people going through it, you can tell them what to do different, like, because you've experienced it. Like everything they're experiencing is something that you might have gone through already, if that makes sense. So you can kind of like guide them into a different direction. So hopefully Ali can do that for Rue. Maddie is starting to figure out Nate's whole situation now, with the whole Jules situation. I think it might have been Maddie that messaged Jules, but I don't know if she knows that Nate is messaging Jules. She just found pictures and she thinks that Nate's gay right now. I think that's where her story is going. So I don't think that was Maddie that actually messaged Jules. That might have actually been Nate that messaged her. So hopefully it doesn't hopefully he doesn't end up like hurting Jules or something if he does meet up with her, because he's a dangerous dude, and I think he kind of suspects that he's been messaging Jules because they're in the same class, and she's like not shy. I don't know if she sent him pictures already of what she looks like and such, but she don't know what he looks like, but he, I think, kind of knows what she looks like, if that makes sense. But yeah, in Fez's defense, Fez did the right thing. Fez was right to deny her dosage, her supplies, a supply or whatever that. I don't know how to say it now, but yeah, Fez was in the right to do what he did. Like, I know she said, like, you sold this to me, you did this to me. Like, in the beginning, she was just a client. Like, when Fez probably first met her, she was just a client. But the more and more she came to buy from him, the more and more he started understanding what Rue was about, and he started caring more about Rue. And then he found out about the whole OD situation, and he was like he's a drug dealer with a heart, basically. Like, he cares about the people that he helps. Like if he sees like they've got a good heart about them, like he's willing to do whatever it takes to help that person as well. He's kind of like Ali in a way, but he's kind of like not Ali in a way, if that makes sense. But the Narcotics Anonymous guy. But yeah, Fez kind of did the right thing there to help Rue out. She's gonna be mad at Fez for a while, but in all honesty, he did the right thing. But yeah, this was Euphoria season 1 episode 3, Made You Look. This is an interesting show. Like season 1 has already got me hooked. Like I'm really into the story as well. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Hit that like button and we are out. Bash Smash.